Yeah, I just was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how the Housing Opportunities Master Plan is going to be incorporated into the general plan, because that really is being developed by another group. And it discusses, it's intended to be the housing component, and just a little more on that I think might be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, so just so everybody knows, so as I said earlier, a general plan, it is required by state law, and state laws require that all comprehensive plans include certain elements, such as a water resources element, and then another thing that's called growth tiers. And also newly, now it requires that general plans have a housing element. And according to state law, therefore, all comprehensive plans minimally need to address low income and workforce housing. And basically their requirements are that they have to assess the needs of low-income and workforce housing in their region, and then it's up to them to basically develop recommendations or strategies for those to address those needs. In Howard County, there was as Peter mentioned, the Housing Opportunities Task Force, who developed a master plan and a series of recommendations. And basically, the thing about the general plan is, not only do we have to address housing needs through the general plan, we have to address supporting infrastructure needs, environmental conservation, agricultural preservation, economic development, commercial use, retail. So there's just, it's quite a balancing act. So what we're doing with the recommendations that were presented in the Housing Opportunities Master Plan is we'll be testing some of those recommendations in those growth choice scenarios, to determine what is feasible when we're trying to weigh that against all of the other competing needs and interests in the county. Did I answer your question, Peter? So some of the recommendations are being tested in our growth choice, in the different growth choice scenarios.
I guess so. I just it sounds like whatever comes out of that group could be rejected entirely, and then I'm not sure what you do about the housing component. So I just think I know there's some tension here, and I'm trying to explore it a little bit to get a better handle on how you think it's actually going to go. If that group comes out with a recommendation that says we need, as your numbers show, we need 40,000 more housing units, we need 20,000 more housing units today, we need more housing units to accommodate the jobs that should be growing here. Does that then get modified by your group? How do you see this playing out?
Well, I think that a lot of these questions will be answered once we go through our what's called the scenario planning process, which we're just now embarking upon. So I definitely don't have a specific answer for you.